Hello and welcome to the final game of Day 2 of the Emerging Nations World Championships. G'day, it's Paul Arundel in commentary with you, and you can see the Vanuatu and the Hungarian side out here for this final match. And what a cracker we've got in store here. Vanuatu against Hungary. Hungary, the upset on Day 1 against Greece, as we're about to be upstanding for the national anthem of both nations.
Please remain standing for Hungary's national anthem.
So both teams' national anthems there. Hungary in their white jersey, and Vanuatu in probably the best jersey of the emerging nations so far, in the green, black, red and gold. And only moments away from kick-off here. It'll be James Wood who'll put the ball on the kicking tee, the skipper. Quickly go through some of these team lists for you very shortly. I'm just waiting for the kicking tee to come out by a very familiar face to NRL Penrith Panthers fans. There's Reece Wesser. Look out for him in the yellow shirt running around. Just waiting for the referee to blow time on. Just waiting for the officials to give him the all clear. And we're underway for the fourth game of Day 2 of the Emerging Nations World Championships. And Hungary receive and run straight into a brick wall of Vanuatu defenders. I'll quickly go through the lineups for you. for Hungary. At fullback, we got Toure. The wingers, Nagy and Varga. As the ball comes loose and Woods pounces on it for Vanuatu. So, Vanuatu goes straight on the attack. They're 8 metres out from the Hungarian try line. Slow play the ball. They come to the right-hand side as Oscar, the big front rower, takes his first hit up of the match. They go out to the left-hand side now through the hands. Another slow play the ball. It looks like there's a few late jersey changes too. As Daniel Wood goes for a scamper from dummy half. He's close to the line. It's shut out. They go on that short side again. There's numbers out there. It's been put on the toe. And it's been kicked dead there on that far side by Brent Varga. And so we'll have a line drop out. And I'll quickly go through the Hungarian team. The rest of them in the centres. We've got Nathan Farkas and Jason Gerich. The halves are Jared Farkas and David Farkas. And the front rowers are Mark Sifra and James Kovac. And Stuart Flanagan is the dummy half. The back rowers are Daniel Ivan and Paul Ivan. On the bench, well, we've got Josh Warner in the lock. On the bench, we've got Leonard Grimm, Simon Kalafas, Joel Saji and Ben Bronson. That's the Hungarian lineup. So we're just waiting for the restart to continue. It's a nice catch there from Oscar. Kalsuma Oscar just charges back into the line. He gets over the 20. Well, he's left it behind him, Woods, Daniel Woods, and we've got a knock on, so Hungary will pick up the ball. I'll quickly go through the Vanuatu team. At fullback, we've got Stephen Tenga. On the wings, we've got Maxwell Gara Nagtonga and also Amani Arataki. In the centres, we've got Rob Franklin and Arno Kalapakai. In the halves, we've got Alhana Mara and Andrew Kaltonga. The front rows are Salatasi Lola and Kalsuma Oscar. And the hooker is Daniel Wood. In the back row, we've got James Wood and the captain. As we get back underway, as Chris Toure takes a run. Back row, we've got James Wood, the captain, and Ben Luai. And Ben Henderson is the lock. And on the bench, we've got Tony Luai, Danford Luai, Max Tallio, and Alex Phillip. That is the Vanuatu side for this match against Hungary. As Kovac takes his first hit up of the match. Come this left-hand side. Farkas puts it on the tail. There's a bit of a deflection there. And Tenga will field it. He tried to get up to that 40-metre zone, but he's just brought down by a very good tackle from Nathan Farkas. Tonga goes for a scamper from dummy half, and he slips over. And there's the first penalty of the afternoon to Vanuatu. Hungary just a bit too enthusiastic, charging up, and they're ruled offside. This is the fourth game of day 2 of the Emerging Nations World Championships, and we've had rain pretty much all day here in Western Sydney, here at St Mary's. And I'll tell you what, the ground has held up beautifully. That ball looked like it was going to hold up there. I didn't think it was going to find touch, but it does. Just behind those tents. So Vanuatu get underway. That's a number 4, Ben Luai. There's a full start. So just waiting for a ball now. They had one, they threw it away. So take 2. Luai runs into Daniel Ivan. Rob Franklin at dummy half in the bright orange boots and the headgear. Goes for his first hit up of the match. He's brought down 28 from the Hungarians' line. So they go out to the left-hand side. Running across there is Mara. Watch out for him, he's a good player. So we make a break through Tenga. Tenga's brought down a very good tackle there on that far side. Looked like that was Paul Ivan. So here we go with James Woods. Wood will play this 5 out from the Hungarian line. They come to the right-hand side. Running through here is a big hole. And Kaltonga's over. No, the referee's ruled held up here. Amazing stuff there. James, did you see what happened?
He just slipped just before he got to the line there, but a beautiful turn of pace from Kaltonga. He really put the foot down, and if he keeps playing like that, just looking for the little gaps and putting the foot down, he will certainly cause a couple of problems for this defensive line. Thanks,
James Preston, backing up after calling the previous game, Poland v Hong Kong. Good to have you back. Henderson is wrapped up there. Still going. Well, I thought he was brought to ground, and now I've got a handover. So Hungary survived there again.
Got a couple of real live wire attacking options here. A lot of players with pace. Tonga, they're nearly getting through much the same as Kautonga. So really looking forward to seeing a couple of these players in open space.
So this is Gerich. So Hungary, we've got a player down. He's out of play. Looks like jersey 24, Daniel Wood, clutching at a shoulder. We'll get back to you about that. As Hungary bring this out of their own danger zone. Here's something here as David Farkas is brought down just short of halfway. His brother, well, Stuart Flanagan's at hooker. His brother now puts it on the toe. Jared Farkas, it's not a bad kick. And Ara Tahaki has to go behind to pick it up. And a good tackle down low by Flanagan brings him down on the 20-metre zone. So both teams just easing into this contest. As Vanuatu get the second penalty of the match. Paul Ivan there, the man penalised. So Vanuatu will find touch, probably just on halfway. In fact, that's where the touch judge says it goes out. So Franklin with a restart, and straight into Farkas. Wood at dummy half. It's a dodgy pass from dummy half. The referee allows it to play on. Ben Luai gave himself up there.
A lot of confusion in that one. I don't think anyone quite knew what was happening.
Now we've got a knock on. It's almost as if Ben Luai felt a bit guilty and just gave the ball up there on a second occasion. So as I said, a massive day with 4 internationals at the one venue today. The weather hasn't been kind. And we move along to Sunday with 6 games back to back. There's plenty of international rugby league here in Sydney. We're back underway is Toure. Played on the wing in the first game. He's moved into fullback. He pops the pass away to Jared Farkas. And now the ball's come loose from him and it's been picked up by Vanuatu. As Aratahaki dives on it and he'll play it 35 out from the Hungarians' line. That's a very good pick up there from Mara, former New Zealand Warriors player. He's Oscar, who's gone behind him. Ben Luai will play it. They go out to the left-hand side. Mara running to the line again, looking dangerous. A very good tackle there from Paul Ivan. Wrapped him up. So they go down the short side again. Wood finds Wood. That's James Wood. Daniel Wood to James Wood. We might see that a few times during this match. They go again. A short pass here to Henderson. And Henderson spilt the ball now. So, a couple of mistakes early now from both teams. Hungary win this. They're basically, well, they are through.
A couple of mistakes, Paul, but it's really good to see both sides trying to just put on a bit of a play, stress the opposition line, and just look for something that a little bit more creative from your standard 5 hit-ups and then a kick at the end of the set, which I do enjoy seeing.
So back underway with Hungary, bringing this out of their own territory. So there's plenty of times with Farkas running the ball. Flanagan at dummy half. He comes down the short side, finds Ivan. And we're getting on the short side again. Toure, he's popped the ball out. There was really nothing happening there. Looks like Kautonga's dived on it for Vanuatu.
Well, unfortunately, their winger, Nagy, he just didn't push up in support. If he had been there, there was a little bit of space just along that short side. Potentially something could have occurred.
So Nagatonga will play it. Here's Luai. It's Ben Luai. 3 brothers in this Vanuatu side today. Tony Luai and Danford Luai are on the bench. Here's Rob Franklin. Apologies if I get him confused with the comedian, Bob Franklin. We go to the left-hand side. This is Henderson again, linking up with Mara. Mara tries to get his arms free, but he's wrapped up there by Ivan over the top. And Farkas down below. Quick play the ball. They go to the left-hand side again. Kaltonga, he's been wrapped up and brought to ground, and the referee's seen something, and we've got a penalty here. Looks like he's called a rake there. So Vanuatu get their third penalty. That rain looks like it's eased off a bit there outside. We are inside. We're lucky. We're the lucky ones here at St Mary's. We're inside the glass, so keeping nice and warm.
It's an interesting choice as well, Paul, to go for the 2 points here. I think they've looked quite likely when they've been down this end. Obviously, as well, Kaltonga nearly went through a couple of sets ago and just fell short of the line. And once again, they look like they're there, so I am quite surprised they're taking the 2 points instead of potentially pushing for the try.
Yeah, certainly, but 2 points is better than none. They've had a couple of opportunities down here and come back with nothing, so maybe the message has gone out from the coach. We'll see if it works. So he strikes it nice enough, but it's been waved away. So it remains 0-0 here at St Mary's Stadium here in Western Sydney. So Hungary with the restart from the 20. So interesting restart, but the referee's picked up something. He's not happy. Maybe he just kicked it over the line. I'm not quite sure there, James.
Being very, very pedantic, Paul. I think that was maybe half a centimetre over the line and deciding to go back once again. Hope that we don't see any more of those. Let's see if he can get it on the white line this time, though.
Take two.
Much better strike as well.
Kaltonga gives this to Franklin. Been busy early. Just short of halfway. Now this left-hand side in the centre field is big Oscar. Salatasi, Oscar. Wood looks like he's recovered from that early knock. He's back in at dummy half. As Ben Luai takes a hit up. Here's Henderson. Almost had to stop for that one. So another quick play the ball to go to the left-hand side. Wood puts it on the toe, but Touré's back there to pick it up. He's got plenty of time, but runs into a brick wall of Vanuatu defenders who drive him back into the end goal. Super stuff. I think Aratahaki was one of the big drivers in that one. So another line goal drop out for Hungary.
There's great defensive effort there from Vanuatu. They just all rushed in on him, didn't give him really any movement at all, or any room to move, so to speak. Touray really not finding much of a space in there, and it's James Wood. Got it up underneath him and just drove him back. It's awesome defence from Vanuatu.
Yeah, skipper, plenty of experience, over 200 games in the Queensland Intrust Super Cup. Vanuatu, another opportunity here. A full set of 6 coming up. Here's Oscar. Salatasi Lola is out there too in jersey number 8. Another big bopper for Vanuatu. There's plenty of them. Here's Henderson. 15 out from the line. Can they come up with something here? Vanuatu. They go out to the left. It's basically gone to no one. Tanga's had to go back and pick it up. Lightning on his feet. He's trying to get around. He does get around, but Farkas comes again with Flanagan over the top. Look out for Tenga. Here's Mara. Mara runs to the line. It's popped out again. And it's been fielded there by Grimm. Actually, it's Califas. So Farkas will go for a run from dummy half. Nathan Farkas.
Geez, I'd love to see a foot race between Usain Bolt and Tunga. That would be very interesting to watch. So Brent Varga coming in off the wing, scored the winning try. It's Califas. It's a hit up, so they're getting a bit of a roll on here as Hungary as Stuart Flanagan goes for a dart from dummy half and gets over. This could be the first time they've been in Vanuatu territory for the match.
So Jared Farkas kicked this down towards Natonga. It's around from one. Won't get around the tackle from Warner. And Daniel Ivan over the top. So can Hungary muscle up here in defence and keep Vanuatu down here? Here's Natonga. Maxwell Gari Natonga. Here's James Wood. Just short of halfway. So Mara will just punt this downfield, and Touré's there to field it. Plenty of time for Touré. Oh, run straight into it. Don't argue from Kalpako. Here's Farkas running across field. Otherwise there to wrap him up. Also Kautonga in the tackle. Hungary come this side again, but he's got no support here. He may not need him. He's gone straight through as Naji. Naji's got the fullback in front of him and a good tackle from behind from Kautonga. Looking for a quick play the ball. Nathan Farkas is there. They come down this short side. Here's Ivan. A bit of a run around with Nathan Farkas again. Good tackle there from Luai. Ivan waits for it at dummy half. Here's the other Farkas. Here's a charging run here. It's a good run. Is he going to get over the line? Kovac is just about a metre short. So they go. Well, he's going to go himself here, Flanagan. And the referee calls held up.
So yeah, good strong tackle there, Paul, but I was really impressed just a little earlier in the set from Tunga, the fullback for Vanuatu, just held it up nicely and allowed his support defenders to come in there and make the tackle, and that's just really smart fullback play.
It's interesting looking down this end with all the poles and cables in the way. I see what you mean from the previous game, James.
Mate, I missed a couple of punches with that pole in the way. It's just in the worst possible spot for that little area, isn't it? So Franklin, he went for a run from dummy half, and I think in the end he tackled himself. Just Lola. So Vanuatu with a job to do to get out of their own territory. So far it's a very even contest. Vanuatu had an opportunity to post 2 points, but they missed the penalty kick. As Alex Phillip, I think that was his first touch of the football, so both teams now bringing on the changes. So they come this short side again, he puts it on the toe. Naji's going to be there to field the ball. Straight into Natonga and Franklin. Natonga wraps him up. Good little duel will happen there between Naji and Natonga. So Naji just been told to go back and play it. He's a big fella, Sargi. Oh, upended and put down on the turf here at St Mary's. Jeez, I think we've got a new crowd favourite. He is the Hungarian version of George Rose.
It certainly is, as Kalafas takes about his fourth hit up of this match. We're almost halfway through the first half, still 0-0. Kovac pops a lovely pass to Farkas. Touré's onto it. Touré's got Naji in support. He throws it, and it's been battered down there by Tenga and picked up by Kautonga, but the referee's going to say we'll come back for a scrum.
I'm surprised he hasn't ruled a penalty, to be honest. I'm not sure if he actually got back on side after the touch from Tunga. They've been very close.
So the boys will enjoy this little bit of a break here. So here's the replay. It's Farkas that got the pass away, and good support here by Touré. He just couldn't get into a good position, but well done there by Tenga. I'll be having nightmares again about this Hungarian team for Vanuatu in after this. As Jared Farkas just takes a tackle, centre field, 20 out from the Vanuatu line. It's almost been spilt there by Sargi.
Might need a couple of fish tablets just to replenish some of the brain cells from trying to pronounce all these, Paul.
Some would argue what brain cells as Hungary get their first penalty of the afternoon.
I won't be joining the queue for the argument.
So Flanagan wanted to take the quick tap. The referee says no, come back. I'm sure Vanuatu would appreciate that. So here we go, take two. As Kovac takes it forward. The big fella wrapped up. Had a good game against Greece the other night. So they come to the left-hand side. David Farkas gives it to Ivan. Here's Jared Farkas for the corner. Jared Farkas could be over. In fact, it's Nathan Farkas. I knew I was going to get one of them wrong. And Nathan Farkas scores the first try for Hungary. Just through the hands. And they haven't been down this territory too much, but they come up with some points.
It's a wonderful carnival atmosphere happening out the front there as well. We've got a couple of blokes jumping up and down, giving the fist pump going on. I think we need a bit more party music as well, Paul, and we'll really get into it.
So Hungary again on the score sheet, 4-0 with the kick to come, and yeah, certainly is a party atmosphere on this the side of, underneath the grandstand, that's for sure. The Hungarian supporters, there was plenty of them out at Windsor on Monday night. It should be a competition to see what nation can drag along the most supporters. Probably have to say that the Turkish supporters are leading at this stage.
Wonderful thing as well, Paul, is we've never been close to even having half of this empty. When the Turkish supporters were here, we probably had the entire stadium full, to be honest.
So Jared Farkas, he strikes it. That's a great kick. So 6-0 to Hungary over Vanuatu. This is match 4 here on day 2 of the Emerging Nations World Championships here on Bar TV. Hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you are. Feel free to send us a tweet or a message on Facebook. Let us know where you're watching the match from.
I've been really impressed as well, Paul, about the professional nature that both these teams have approached this match so far. Saw in the past couple of games that both sides were willing to throw it around quite a bit. And this one, you've got Vanuatu and Hungary here. They're looking to get through their sets, looking to complete at a high rate. And it's a really, really good thing to watch out here because we're certainly not seeing a dour game by any stretch of the imagination.
Certainly not. That was a really good restart too. Paul Ivan did well to field it. Said it's been raining all day here in Sydney, and this ground has held up really well. The final will be held here next Saturday. And Seiji pops the pass out the back. It's picked up well by Kovac. So Hungary, well, he's just gone off the mark again.
He's a stickler for this, isn't he? Whether it's a dropout or a play the ball, it's about the 4th time he's brought it back, the referee.
So David Farkas puts this kick down and Tenga takes it, Stephen Tenga. Charge back into the Hungarian line. Sargi's there, the big fella, the George Rose lookalike. So Vanuatu, what have they got up their sleeve here? There's another big human there out in the field, just come on. It's like Max Talio, jersey 18 it is, Max Talio. Here's Henderson. Henderson's bumped down onto the turf and he'll get a penalty for it. The referee's seen something there he didn't like. Henderson could be in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what the referee did see there. It just looked to me like good contact and then might have been a swinging arm from the second player coming across, but it didn't seem to be high.
See here on the replay. I think he may have just, we'd say, an accidental hit in the head when he's just spun out of that first tackle. He's on his feet, which is good to see. Kautonga will look to find touch on that far side. do so. So they'll be attacking. 30 out for the Hungarian line. A charging run here. Good tackle down low there from Ivan. Quick play the ball. It's been the order of the day so far as Tony Luai is on the field for Vanuatu. Phillip has moved into dummy half. Talio makes another big run. So Phillip goes himself from dummy half. I think he may have given that away. He was pointing to the left. The Hungarian defence was up to it. Kaltonga will put a kick here in the corner for Natonga. But it's been taken well. It'll be a 20-metre restart. Naji wanted to play on. But to have to go to the 20 in the centre. Get this restart underway. And again, he's just taken that a centimetre off the mark.
We're up to number 5 now, Paul.
Well, as long as he keeps doing it, no harm done. Here's Kovacs.
Just a very strange kick as well from Vanuatu. I mean, you had the option of a grubber or a little chip toward the corner, but that was something in between and something quite bizarre, really.
So Jason Gretsch. So Flanagan goes the short side. You come back inside and big 15 just quickly falls to the ground, Simon Kalafas. Appealing to the referee for a penalty, but you have none of it. As the kick from Farkas is a good one, but Tanga's back there, and it's a very good take from Stephen Tanga. And straight into his opposite number 2-8. And Ivan helps him wrap him up. There's Tanga, goes for a run from dummy half. Tonga, I beg your pardon. It's proving a mouthful already. Here's Franklin. So company's short side, here's Ben Luai. Pretty even contest this one so far. James Wood, the captain. So they go to the left-hand side again. Henderson puts this on the toe. I don't think he was supposed to be the kicker, but the Vanuatu players are charging in, but it's a very good take here from Varga. He's got a bit of space in front of him, Varga, as the defence comes across, and Henderson, the kicker, wraps him up.
That's exactly what doesn't happen, or what does happen when you haven't got a halfback organising the play there. Shouldn't have gone to Henderson. He's forced to get a kick away in the end. Unfortunately, they didn't go the length of the field.
So Gerrich will play this just short of the 40. Flanagan goes for another run from dummy half, runs straight into Wood. Probably not the best idea. Farkas, David Farkas puts this on the toe. It's another very good kick. The fullback's got to chase it. It may beat everyone over the dead ball line. It does. Stephen Tanga was praying that was going to go dead. Number 6.
Tell you what, I'm going to run out of paper in a second here. I'm keeping a little tally, and the pen is getting very low on ink. The page is getting very full.
Well, we could have invented a new stat in rugby league here today.
Most amount of time that inches has mattered. In a rugby league context, of course.
Yeah. So Cal Pakai will play this. Phillip at dummy half to go the short side with Wood. Leading from example, the captain. Phillip again from dummy half. He's making some metres from dummy half, this Alex Phillip. Oh, now he's done a sloppy ball. Well, that's the commentator's curse. I've done that twice today. Did it earlier on, and now Alex Phillip, I'll apologise. Give yourself a rap, and that's what happens.
It's one way to balance it out. You've got to start doing that to the Hungary side as well.
So although the ground on your screen, it looks in great nick, it is in great nick, but it'll be pretty heavy out there on foot for both teams. As I said, 3 games earlier on today, and it's amazing how well this ground has held up as Gerrich runs forward and he's lost the ball. Toure dives on it, but the referee says we'll have another scrum. As Toure and Ben Luai got a little bit friendly there for a moment. I thought things were going to erupt. Here it is on the replay. Gerich, it's a good low hit and it just popped out. Good tackle there from jersey 19, Arno Kalpukai.
Jeez, he did step to him too, didn't he, Luai? He looked like he wanted to have a go.
Just looking at the size of his shorts. The biggest pair of shorts I've seen, Ben Luai.
Suppose we can be thankful they're not shorter though.
So Kautonga will feed it. They come out to this right-hand side and it's gone behind Luai. He does well in the end to pick it up. And, well, the referees seem to knock on in that. Maybe a bit of misfortune there for Ben Luai. Still 6-0 to Hungary. We're into the final 10 minutes of this first half. Here we go again. That's a knockback. Oh, maybe a little bobble there, so well done by the referee. That's why he gets paid the big bucks, and we're up here with no idea as Paul Ivan takes it up. So big number 15 is Kalafas. Centre field, 25 out. Can Hungary score their second try as Farkas gives it to Ivan. The other Ivan, Daniel Ivan. Flanagan goes to the short side, linking up with Farkas, looking for his second try. And he's brought down 5 out from the line, and the referee sees something in the tackle, and we've got a penalty.
Yeah, smart play from Flanagan. He really does like to go down the short side. That's the second time he's done it in this first half. Both times he's nearly resulted in a little break for them, and I hope he keeps doing it because he can catch them out if he's clever about it.
So here we go again. Daniel Ivan brought down 2 metres out. Can Hungary score their second try? Centre field now with David Farkas. He's dancing around. What to do? Still dancing around, and eventually he's going to be wrapped up. Wood over the top. Numbers both sides. Centre field. They come to this left-hand side through Flanagan. He's looking for a runner. Vanuatu appealing for a shepherd, but no, says referee. A quick play of the ball. Farkas through the hands. It's well picked up there by Paul Ivan. Offloads it to Gerich. Gerich is going to be over. Jason Gerich in the corner. Hungary get their second try. Too much pressure down this end of the field. It had to come. And well done to the Hungarians.
Yeah, he did well, but I thought he bombed it initially. He had an unmarked man, Varga, on his outside, line in front of him. He just managed to get through with the dummy. Pretty good covered tackle as well, nearly stopping him. But they have got across the line once again here, so well done to Jason Gerich.
Interesting. I got sent some stats from the Hungarian players. I'm pretty sure that's a G up, but there's some pretty good ones here. Brent Varga, the winger, he sent them through.
I'm assuming it's Varga having scored 50 tries in 3 matches?
No, well, he writes here that Joel Sargi was actually the unverified world record holder of Tetris back in 2007.
Of Tetris? People still play Tetris in 2007. I thought that was left well in the past as well.
Well, there's no video footage, so we can't confirm or deny that report. But thanks, Brent Vargas, for sending that through.
Dave and myself were trying to figure out if footballers were fibbers. Based on that one, I'm still not exactly sure.
There are some better ones in there. I'm not sure if I want to read them out. It's fair play.
Not safe for work, not safe for broadcast.
So, strikes it nicely. It's been waved away, so the scores remain 10 points to 0. Hungary looking good at this stage. Just over 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Just to let you know that the scoreboard on your screen, it's just a guide. It's not the official time. I hope you're enjoying the coverage of this 4th game today here on Bar TV Sports. streaming on the Rugby League International Federation page and on Twitter, also on YouTube. Give us a shout out wherever you are watching the game, even if you're just up the road. You should be here at the stadium. So we're back underway. It's another really good kickoff there from Kaltonga. Oh, and the ball's come loose, so a great result here for Vanuatu. Can they get a try before half-time? Wood, the captain, bumps out of one, but eventually wrapped up. So still 18 metres out from the try line. The line is deep here to the right. It's a good pass there, but going to end up short. 2 metres out from the line. And could have been penalised there for pushing the player playing the ball. Referee lets it go. Mara dancing around, linking up with Tenga. And a good tackle out there by Ivan. Phillip at dummy half. Finds Mara again. He's kicked it. It's been deflected and picked up by Wood. And Wood's brought down. So I thought the referee might have called for 6 to go, but he doesn't. They go the short side again. There's a chance here for Vanuatu. Kaltonga so close. And that's a handover. So, interesting way to end the set. Oh, he's going back. I thought the referee had ruled handover there. So he'll play it again. Now we're just waiting for players to get onside here. The referee's happy. We're set to go again. Here's Mara. He puts this on the toe. It's not a bad kick, but it's been cleaned up there by David Farkas. He gets out. He could be driven back in to his in goal, but no. He'll play this about half a metre out from his own try line as Nathan Farkas goes for a run from dummy half.
It's wonderful awareness from the halfback too. He saw that coming probably a play in advance and he'd already positioned himself halfway back in the line.
Very good run there from Naji. So here we go down this short side again as Kovacs takes it 35 out from their line, so it's not a bad set here for Hungary. Flanagan gives a short pass there to Kalifas. So we go back to Farkas for the kick. Bring around that far side, we'll feel this. I think it's Ara Tahiki. Good tackle down low there from Paul Ivan. Nothing better than a tackle around the bootlaces. Stephen Tenga goes for a dart from dummy half and pitches up another 12. As Phillip goes for a run from dummy half. James Wood goes for a run from dummy half down the blind side. Runs straight into a brick wall. Called Paul Ivan. So the set deep here to the right again. Vanuatu. It's a big 15. Tony Luai drops the ball. And it's been picked up by probably the second biggest fella on the field in Joel Sargi. Kalifas. Correction, it's Kovacs. And, well, that's number 7, I believe.
That is number 7 indeed. I thought he was good to go then as well. I didn't think he'd step too far off the mark. Flanagan certainly didn't think so.
Well, we've got to have at least one world record. That was a bit high. The referee's seen it that way too.
Well, you're certainly not going to get anything past him, are you? I mean, he's literally inch perfect on all these calls.
Rob Franklin just a little bit high on that tackle. It's not a bad touch finder. I've lost the touch here. I think he's behind that blue tent. Anyway, here's Kovacs with a good run. It's a very good run from, well, he'll play it. 22 out from the line is Ivan. Oh, that's a good tackle there. And the number 18, Max Talio. Hungary looking for their 3rd try. They go through the hands. Ivan, this is big Paul Ivan. Gets away from one almost, but he's been cut down. Gerich goes into dummy half. Jared Farkas. David Farkas, he puts it on the toe. It's gone behind the fielder there. Max Talio. The referee is going to call the scrum. No, we're going to have a penalty.
This will be an easy 2 points for Hungary here as well. 1 second on the clock. Right in front, 10 metres out.
Flanagan points to the sticks. Interesting there. I think the referee might have us mic'd up. He Changed his mind really quickly there. Might have got a call from the touchy.
I thought it was a bit unlucky, actually. Thought that might well have gone backwards out of the hands. Not sure what happened afterwards for the indiscretion for the penalty itself, but initial call of knock-on I thought really could have gone either way.
So Jared Farkas to add the extras, you would think.
Well, he is left-footed, so we could always see a Luke Cavell.
Makes no mistake. So at half-time here in the Emerging Nations World Championship, it's Hungary 12, Vanuatu 0. We'll take a quick break here on Bar TV Sports and be back with the second half very shortly. Welcome back here to the second half at St Mary's Stadium here on Bar TV. Both teams coming back out onto the paddock. And it's Hungary 12-0 over Vanuatu. I hope you're enjoying the coverage. 4 big games today. This is number 4. I don't think we could handle any more, James.
I can always go for a bit more. It's footy. It's footy, Paul. You can never get enough footy, can you?
We'll send the SOS call out to maybe the Greece players and Solomon Islands. Quickly get down here and make it game number 5. I don't think the curator here at the ground would appreciate that.
Worst case scenario, I mean, I can always strap on the boots and just run out there and do a bit of streak for you.
Fair enough. Send us a tweet. We'll get the vote going now if you want to see that.
Got the mankini in the car. I'm good to go.
So just waiting for the referee to blow time on. We're underway for the second half. It's Jared Fakash. I think that's about the 50th way I've just pronounced that. As Big Oscar charges into the line. Imagine having Kalsuma Oscar running at you. Flanagan didn't seem to mind. He just wrapped him up. Vanuatu, that's a big solid hit there. Leonard Grimm there in that tackle. He got in low and underneath the ribs. Here's Henderson. Grimm makes another tackle. Helped out there by Califas. Inside pass here is Wood, the captain, gets away from one. And he's brought down just short of the 40.
It's been strong today too, Wood. Every single hit up has been one with a lot of intensity, a lot of purpose.
Henderson wrapped up again. So he goes back to Mara. Just puts this on the toe. Toure, the fullback, he's back there. He lets it bounce a couple of times before taking it. It's a good tackle there by jersey 18, Talio. Also helping out was Aratahaki. Oh, good contact there again. So they're certainly muscling up here early in the second half, Vanuatu. As Varga goes for a run. So Gerich scored a try in the first half for Hungary. Flanagan will go for a dart from dummy half. Gets away from one, still dancing around, flicks it out the back. It's picked up by Farkas, who offloads it to Nagy. Nagy's brought down just on the 40. So last tackle now for Hungary. Farkas will dance around, gets around a couple, and then flicks it back to Nagy. And now he's spilt the ball, so they've gained no metres there. Hungary and Vanuatu picked this up 45 out from the Hungary line.
Geez, a lot of hot potato in that set. And 2 flick passes. You don't see that very often here at St Mary's Stadium today, do you?
Well, we saw a couple of flick passes out at Windsor. That try that Greece scored against Hungary. There's a couple involved in that. And Franklin, well, I thought he ducked under the high shot, but the referee says, no, you still got him. And this is the beauty of second-tier rugby league. Emerging nations. You'll see a bit of Abley play, the flick pass, chip and chase in your own 20. It's Tenga. Stephen Tenga, he's been dangerous, nipping it away. He was eventually brought down by Flanagan. So the lights are on here at St Mary's. As Ben Luai takes it forward, gets within 3 metres from the try line. Can Vanuatu strike back here? The second half, it goes through the hands. Mara, inside pass to Wood. Wood flicks it out the back to Mara. Mara's got it again. He's going to burrow his way to the try line, but he's been held very short. He'll play this. Phillip waits for it at dummy half. Phillip will go himself. A very good tackle there by Grimm. So still under pressure here, Hungary. Mara puts it on the toe. It's not a bad kick, but it's been cleaned up there by Farkas. He'll try and get out. And the Vanuatu defence wrap him up, so they've got a repeat set coming up.
Yeah, it's a smart little kick there, but I think they really missed an opportunity to play before that. They were set out to that shorthand, left-hand side, and Kautonga was there. He wanted the ball, and it was 3-on-3, and if they could have got it to him early, he could have just attracted another defender, and all of a sudden you've got some space down the sideline.
The coach would be happy with that from Vanuatu. Very good start the second half. It's Hungary taking their time with this restart. We don't have a shot clock here at St Mary's. We're back underway. It's a fair drop kick. It's gone straight into the hands of Oscar. Probably the wrong person to kick to. This is a big 15, Tony Luai. The man with the big shorts. I should have been able to pick that. As Franklin goes for a run from dummy half. So they're looking a bit bunched at the moment, Vanuatu. We'll see if it pays off. Here's a very strong run here. Is that Talio? Jersey 18, hard to pick up as it's starting to get a bit dark here as Henderson gives it to Mara. It's popped out the back to Tenga. Tenga will dance back inside. He's wrapped up there by Paul Ivan.
That's the way to use Tenga as well. Have him sweeping around the back and use that pace.
So another opportunity here for Vanuatu. As Luai takes the tackle. And the referee's seen something there. He's pointing to an injured player in the background. And that's Simon Califas down on his haunches.
I think that might be off the back of that big run from Talio as well. He certainly hit the line with a lot of vigour, and as it's turned out, Califas not looking too healthy off the back of it.
He's staying down here, Califas. He's back on his feet now, which is good to see. He'll take his position in the line. Vanuatu, they've got their attacking line set here now. They were a bit bunched there a couple of moments ago. So they go to the short side. Mara throws it again to nobody. It's been cleaned up there by Gerich. So Varga going straight into Mara. Interesting story with Alhana Mara. He got picked for New Zealand and turned it down to play for Vanuatu. And Vanuatu's first ever test as they've picked up the ball here. Benny Luai's with it. So another opportunity here for Vanuatu. So they go out to the right-hand side. There's the yellow Luai, Tony Luai, takes the tackle. So they go to the short side again. As Calatonga throws it. Well, the touch, he could have caught that one. So it's just gone into touch, so a let-off there for the Hungarians.
Yeah, wrong option from Calatonga. Had a whole bunch of players spread out to the left-hand side. Decided to try and squeeze it down the short side, but it wasn't on. You can try that if you've got the numbers, but on that occasion there was absolutely no chance he was going to find any gap.
So just looking at that picture there, the rain looks to get a bit stronger again there by the looks of it. I think the first half was only a light bit of drizzle, so these players are going to have to work hard for the remaining half an hour or so. It's a tough grind out there. Hungary, interesting play there by Max Talio there on the scrum. As Gerich is brought down and he'll play that. It's Toure, gets around one, dancing around looking for support. Oh, he does get around another one, but he's wrapped up there in a good tackle there. By Kalpakai, with a bit of help over the top there from Phillip. Oh, he spilt the ball. So Vanuatu will go back on the attack. Again, they're looking a bit bunched though, Vanuatu.
Geez, that's another big hit up as well from Talio. He's really making a good impact.
So they go to the short side. Not much doing down there. They've done that a fair bit going down that short corridor, and it hasn't paid off yet. So maybe if they keep going that way, it will. Here's Henderson running to the line. Mara, short pass to Wood. They're onto him, and the ball's come loose.
Yeah, hospital pass there, really. I mean, he was already at the line by the time he received the ball. Certainly running as a decoy, had to go out the back.
Well, it's almost telegraphed, really, because it seems to be a bit of a combination there, and Hungary's awake to it. Every time Mara drifts across, James Wood's going to get the ball.
I think it does give them an excellent opportunity, though, just to turn it back on the inside and have Tanga coming through with that pace that he's got. Just might be able to split them.
So there on the replay, the ball coming loose. So Hungary will feed this. Coming out of their own lines, Varga. Solid contact there, but the referee doesn't like the lift. And Hungary will get a piggyback out of their own territory.
Geez, that's a soft penalty. I don't think he actually went above the horizontal then. Seemed like a good ball and all tackle, putting him on his back.
So they'll find a touch on that far side. Get back underway. Good run here from Ivan. That's Daniel Ivan. He's his brother Paul Ivan. Doing the same, that was a bit high too. Just maybe a good ball and all tackle. He's all right. Gets up and plays it. Bit of a dodgy play the ball though. They go through the hands again. Here's Gerich trying to get outside his opposite number. Good tackle there. Just over halfway now, Hungary. If they win this, they book their spot into the semi-finals. Solid contact there on Sargi. Henderson.
Got up with a big smile too, poked the tongue out at him.
Good to see as Farkas puts this kick down to the wing of Aratahaki. Gets around one, gets around two. Tarahaki still going, and David Farkas ends up wrapping him up. It's fair to say that if one Farkas doesn't get you, the other one will. Rob Franklin trying to milk a penalty there. Didn't work, he's bent away.
Well, you mentioned Varga as the record holder for Tetris. That looked more like Frogger there, though, on that occasion.
Here we go, there's a play down in the background for Hungary. Looks like one of the Ivan boys.
Got to be honest with you, Paul, I'm not sure why we're stopping play here. I mean, he's 30 metres away from the play the ball, well out the back. Very unlikely he'll come into contact with anyone. And it doesn't seem to be a head knock either.
Well, you can see there with all that tape around his knee. Hopefully that's not a problem for the big man. He's on his feet there, but he's not in the best shape at the moment. I said a lot of these players have their seasons finished over a month ago. A few of them would have kept in some light training ahead of this tournament, but a few of them out of match fitness, you would say.
Heavy track wouldn't help either. I mean, that makes it very sluggish, very hard to turn. That's often when you can do an injury as well.
So the replacement coming on is going to be Sifra, Mark Sifra in jersey 8. Just waiting for Ivan to leave the field, and Sifra will come on.
Well, I hope his knee is all right, because I can tell you from personal experience it is not good if you get any kind of knee troubles. I've had 3 knee reconstructions, Paul, and every single time it is a hell of a comeback.
Yeah, well, Dan McKinley, our commentator earlier on, he's recovering from a knee reconstruction, and I just watched him walk up the stairs earlier today. He's doing well. Big fella. He's had another good run from Max Tallio.
The stairs aren't fun at the best of times, so that's going to make it twice as bad.
So coming up to the left-hand side, Mara kick. They're all on side of the Vanuatu chasers. It's going to pop up nicely for Toure. Toure gets around a couple, but he's run straight into Alex Phillip. Wraps him up, ball and all. Nathan Farkas in a dummy half. Gives it to his brother David Farkas. And Stuart Flanagan slots into that role of dummy half. He missed out on the first game against Greece. So Hungary, another good run there from Jason Gerich. Making some good metres off this set of 6 Hungary as Flanagan puts it on the toe. He's got some chasers coming through. There's plenty of them. And it's been towed ahead again by Jared Farkas as a race to the ball. Well done now from Amani Aratahaki. He's gone into touch though.
He might have got into touch, but he really has saved 4 points there. That was a brilliant chase and just showed a great turn of pace to actually get there first and having to turn around as well.
And now we've got a penalty. The referee saying that the defence has dragged him over the touchline. So we'll see it here on the replay. The chase is onside. Good kick there. See here what's happening. He's on the ground. Yeah, that second effort there from Farkas. So, again, well done to the referee. A good job here. Here's a hop, skip and a jump. Not sure what that was there from Danford Louis. Looked good anyway. Oh, a bit of a juggle there from Leo. Henderson just knows one way, that's straight. Eventually it took 4 Hungarians to bring him down. So they go the short side again, Mara. Mara puts it on the toe this time. He's got some pace here, the winger just couldn't pick it up. Aratahaki, he's been in the thick of it the last couple of minutes. Just couldn't pick that one up.
I thought he might have learnt from Hungary just a moment ago, putting it back on the toe. There was an option there. Fullback had rushed forward. There was no one at home. Just had to get anything on it.
Here he had Wood inside, trailing. Here it is on the replay. Good kick there from Mara. And yeah, if he got the bounce, I mean, Toure was in cover in the background, but it's better stuff from Vanuatu.
I have a feeling Sagi might have played rugby union before just based on how he was packing that scrum then. He's basically done a sumo little stand up there.
So another Hungarian player, he's going to be slow to his feet. It could be Bronson. And he wasn't originally named Ben Bronson. He's a late call-up. It was just a good tackle. So,
a bit of a crusher in there as well, though, I think, coming over the top. Mara just putting a bit of pressure on the neck, and he did grab for it after the tackle. Still grabbing for it now. It's a very interesting test, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's almost as if he's dangling a carrot above him.
Well, they've done away with the magic sponge, so maybe it's a bit
invisible sponge now.
So Bronson will play this on the 30. Back away with Grimm. There's Daniel Ivan plays the ball. His brother Paul Ivan off the field at the moment. It's Leonard Grimm again. They're 40 out from the Vanuatu line here, Hungary. It's Flanagan. He wanted to go for a run from dummy half. He hasn't really got anywhere. It's on the hands of Farkas, who puts it on the toe. We've got the chasers coming through, but Tenga. Oh, it's an awkward bounce for Tenga. He's in trouble. He's going to go dead. Brent Varga was running through. And he'll come back to the 20 for a restart. Stephen Tenga takes the quick tap. Pinches another 10 metres. Good run from dummy half from Rob Franklin. It's Aratahaki from dummy half. Franklin again. There's a bit of one-out stuff here. The backs chime in to give the forwards a rest. Mara will put this on the toe. The chasers, they're onside again. Toure does well. And he's wrapped up, 10 out from the line, but the referee, he's calling they're offside. Interesting. I thought they were all onside, but we are 100 metres or so away from the action. So
well, it's hard to disagree with him too, based on his track record of getting all the inches correct this afternoon. What has it been, 7 times now?
Maybe he was an inch or two offside. So apologies to the referee again.
Tell you what, I think there would be a lot of NRL fans that would be quite happy to have this referee here. We would certainly get a lot more correct decisions, I think.
He's done a great job. I mean, a couple of times I've questioned, and he's proved to be right every time. So well done to the referee. I'm not sure what the referee's name is, but He's done a great job this afternoon. Here's Leonard Grimm. Driven back. Hard to keep your footing in this slimy conditions here at St Mary's. So go through the hands again, and Ivan pops the pass away to Farkas. Nathan Farkas in the headgear. Scored the opening try. So Flanagan down the short side. He's seen something. The ball's come loose, and eventually it's gone into touch. So tried the sneaky play down the short side, and it didn't work.
Low percentage play too from Flanagan. Didn't even have a support player out there. Just decided to take off himself. Panicked and then threw a very poor ball back on the inside. You'd like to see a bit of a smarter play from a player that does have NRL experience.
Yeah, certainly. Here's the replay. Well, if you got that pass away, it could have been interesting. He certainly attracted a few defenders there.
Well, they've somehow ruled here as well that Hungary's got the ball back, so it must have been played up from Vanuatu.
Well, it was a brilliant play from Stuart Flanagan. That's what I meant to say.
I'll take everything back.
So Jared Farkas takes us within 12 metres of the line. Hungary looking for their third try. Gerich, he had to wait for that one. Still going, Gerich. 5 out from the try line. They come this short side again. It's been cut out to everyone. It's gone behind Bronson. It's been towed ahead there by Aratahaki. He's picked it up. He's got some pace to Tahaki. Very good cover tackle there from Vargas. And also Jared Farkas in the tackle. So a run from dummy half. Jersey 19 is Kalapakai.
Well, this is where Tanga's got to insert himself. They've still got a stretched defensive line. They're all retreating.
Well, the ball's gone backwards, says the referee. Fair call, fair play. Dodgy play the ball. So they just get a little bit of momentum, Vanuatu, and they're becoming their own worst enemy. And the referee is going to pack a scrum on the 30-metre line.
It's a real momentum killer, isn't it? I mean, had them retreating, plenty of tackles still up their sleeves and only 30 metres out. All you got to do is play the ball properly.
Yeah, they had Hungary on the ropes and they let off there. So that scrum will pack on the 30. Oh, and a fumble there from the scrum base from Jared Farkas. So Vanuatu, they get an invite here again. This is the Emerging Nations World Championships. If you've just tuned in, live in Western Sydney on Bar TV Sports. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. If it's early mornings in Europe, if you're a Hungarian supporter back in your homeland, give us a tweet, send us a message on Facebook.
I'd just like to see, Paul, them come to this short left-hand side here. I know that they're evenly marked up against, but there's a lot of pace out there on that wing from Aratahiki. If they can just unleash him down that sideline, I really do back him in.
Yeah, he showed a ton of pace there a moment ago. They go this short side, but it's the other side. It's Luai out there on the far side, and he's going to struggle to stay in touch, but eventually he falls to ground. Here's the big man charging onto that. Looking for a play the ball there, and eventually he gets up. Hoping to get a penalty from the referee. It doesn't come. They go through the hands again. Wood straight into a brick wall, but he gets away. Wood's still going. He's looking for support. He may not need it. Well, they're appealing for a try, Vanuatu. The referee likes it, and he confirms it. James Wood gets Vanuatu's first try in the Emerging Nations World Championships. Well done to the boys. And we've got an interesting 15 minutes or so coming up, James.
Absolutely do, and it's just the captain leading by example. He's been inspirational in this match, and he now gets their first points in the tournament, as you mentioned there. And this really does open it up quite a bit. Obviously, it's a very important conversion. Can't possibly miss this. He's got to try and keep it within a converted try, but look, I think they've been very good, Vanuatu. I don't think they've been that outplayed. It's just when it's come to that final sort of 20 metres, they've struggled to get across the line, but a couple more strong charges like that, they could well get over quite quickly.
Great stuff from Vanuatu. Important kick coming up here for Unruh Kaltonga. He missed a penalty attempt in the first half.
Well, geez, how crucial might that turn out to be? We did question the 2-point attempt at the time, very early on in the game. And if it comes down to, well, 12 all, it'll be ruining that miss.
Yeah, certainly. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Kaltonga, he strikes it nicely. He's got that one. So it's 12-6. Hungary still in front. With just over 15 minutes remaining in this final fixture of the day. Day 2 of the Emerging Nations World Championships. Kaltonga has the extras. Plenty of support for both nations in this grandstand. Not braving the elements on that on the hill or the mound here at St Mary's, which I don't blame them. Jared Farkas gets us back underway. Goes straight to the goal kicker. Kaltunga goes behind him.
Oof.
It's a very good pick up there. It looks like Dan for Louis. Trouble there as he plays the ball. Could get a bit of cramp at this stage of the game. Even though it's been raining all day, it's still quite warm out there. Franklin goes for a run from dummy half. Pinches another 8 metres or so. Another big run here from Ben Luai. And Mark Sifra doesn't look too well after making that tackle. He's up on his feet anyway, which is good to see as the big front rower. So Tarsi Lola back on the field. He's had some time off the field, saving all of his energy for this final 15 minutes as they go through the hand again. Here's Wood. He gets around his opposite number, pops the pass back. He's got one inside, outside, and we've got a try in the corner. Amoni Aratahaki scores. Had options both sides, and the winger, that's a great reward for a great game. 12-10 with a kick to come.
Well, what about the ball from Kalpukai? That was just brilliant. You could barely even see it. It was almost like Benji Marshall flick past to Paddy Richards in the 05 Grand Final. Just tucked it in underneath the wing. Brilliant deception from him. And he unleashed his winger beautifully.
Well, here it is again on the replay. Great stuff there from Wood.
Oh.
Absolutely brilliant. And now this is an important kick for Kaltonga. Basically on the touchline.
Well, I don't think it'll be a death sentence if he misses this one, though, because they've been well on top for about the last 15 minutes, Vanuatu. All the running is with them. They've realised it's a pretty simple equation. If you get a couple of players running quickly and you've got support runners looking for an offload, you will cause a lot of damage.
So you can see the trainer, Reece Wesser there. Plenty of NRL experience there in the yellow jersey. The hush over the ground here. Strikes it nicely. The crowd likes it. So do the touchies. 12 all. Hungary and Vanuatu. Super stuff. We've got a great game coming up here. The final 12 minutes or so.
Well, how quickly it's turned in the last 5 minutes as well as 12-0. When I looked up at that scoreboard and saw 17 minutes to go, we're now just underneath 12. And that is exactly the score that it's tied at.
So, when you start thinking field goal?
Now, think about it right now, and if you get down there, you take it. Still wet conditions. I mean, we've only had 24 points scored. Vanuatu for mine, I still think there's a try in them. I'm not so sure about Hungary, but regardless of what team gets in that territory, I'd be taking the field goal.
So some good defence there from Hungary from the restart. Almost going to touch. Luai been strong. Vanuatu don't want to give away easy possession here. They've worked so hard to get back into this match. The crowd starting to erupt here at St Mary's. A few Vanuatu supporters in the crowd starting to use their voices. We've got a break here. The ball's come loose. Ben Luai and Flanagan's picked it up. Flanagan's monstered there by a couple of Vanuatu players. Nick Lola and Phillip. So Hungary with a full set inside Vanuatu's 40. So Flanagan gives this away to Kalafas and he's dropped the ball. So a let off there for Vanuatu.
Geez, prime position as well to potentially take that 1 point. They've really let them off the hook.
Here's Lola. Big charge there from Salatasi. Lola. Come this short side. James Wood. He could be the man. Here's Henderson. Henderson bumps away from one. Bronson comes back and wraps him up. 35 out from Hungary's line. In a dummy half is Talio down the short side. He's looking dangerous down there. It was Kalapakai, I beg your pardon. Aratahaki goes into dummy half. It's a sloppy play. The ball. And we've seen this too often during this match. Get into good position. They just lose concentration for that split second and spill the ball.
I'll tell you what, forget The Bachelor. If you want drama, just keep watching this game. Every side, every single time they get down into one of these dangerous positions, they just seem to drop the ball. They lose that focus, as you're talking about, Paul, and they really just need to complete the set and see what they can get at the end of it.
James, does that mean you watch The Bachelor?
Look, it's not me, but I hear things on the grapevine, and you know what? Cass was hard done by.
Well, I'll put my hand up. Sarah, my partner at home, she makes me watch it.
I knew you were guilty. You had a smirk on your face.
Here's Ivan. Final episode tonight.
Oh, saucy.
So back to the football, 2-8 from dummy half. He's had a good game. He's almost the commentator's curse again, it was. Apologies to Cruz, 2-8. I'm not going to give anyone a rap ever again in a game of rugby league.
We can try the opposite strategy. We can say that everybody is absolutely terrible and we'll probably end up with one of the greatest tries we've ever seen.
So David Farkas just arguing with the referee, but I'm 100% positive the referee's got it right. He hasn't let us down all afternoon or all night. He's had a very good game.
It's been very precise indeed.
So Vanuatu with another opportunity. Captain Wood, plenty of experience, over 200 games in the Q Cup. Aratahaki from dummy half.
Oh,
good shot from Gerich. Phillip at dummy half. Here's Lola. Only knows one way.
I'd be going right now.
Mara's waiting. He's directing here. Here's Big Oscar, the other front rower. Mara's hanging back there right in front of the sticks. Is this the opportunity? Mara's lining it up. He's going to have a shot. He's got it. Alhana Mara. Number 6 for Vanuatu. Puts them in front, 13-12. Just over 7 minutes remaining.
Well, that's brilliant organisation from Mara. He was the architect of that entire set. Now, we talked about before, Paul, about Cooper Cronk and his organising prowess in the grand final. I'll tell you what, wasn't far off there from Mara. An entire set he orchestrated. He was telling his players where to be.
Oh, well, the restart has gone into touch. A magic play from Hungary and David Farkas. And the scrum feed will be Hungary, 30 out from the line. How many more twists and turns have we got in this one?
I've still got the Mankini in the car if you want that to happen as well.
I've just looked at our Twitter poll and, you've got one vote.
The vote is to burn it right now.
So Scrum feed, here's Bronson. Took a heavy knock early. Late call up to this match. Here's Flanagan. Gives this here to Califas. So 19 out from Vanuatu's line. They got numbers both sides. They go to the left-hand side. Here's Ivan almost getting through. Good tackle there from Luai. They go that short side again. Here's the other Ivan. Paul Ivans, he almost through. It's a very good run. Oh. They're over. Paul Ivan, he's just come back onto the field and he's broken the defence. And Hungary back in front, 16-13.
It was too easy, really. I think they're all set and prepared to defend the field goal, but they went down the short side and caught them napping a little bit. They stood on their heels, they didn't push up and put any pressure on him, and Ivan just carried them across the line.
Well, I said moments ago, is there more twists and turns to come? Paul Ivan said yes. Slams the ball down. And Hungary are they through to the semi-final.
Vanuatu are very keen to get things back underway. They've already had the ball boy bring out the ball back on the halfway line.
Well, still plenty of football left. There's going to be over 4 minutes remaining. So I've mentioned throughout this broadcast, the clock on your screen, it's only a guide. It's not the official time by our timekeepers in the booth next door. It's still a very important kick. Jared Farkas kicks this. It's 5 in front, which means if Vanuatu score, they obviously have to convert the try. So pressure on our goal kickers for both teams. It's not a bad strike, and it's there. Super kick from the sideline, and Hungary now 18, Vanuatu 13 with 3.5 minutes to play. A nail biter for both nations. Calatonga with the restart. Another awkward bounce as Ivan. Daniel Ivan, I thought he'd spilt that there for a moment. He'll get up and play it. Nathan Farkas goes for a scamper from dummy half. Pinches another 10 or so metres. Now this short side again. Here's Paul Ivan. He put Hungary back in front moments ago. It's a good set here from Hungary. Both teams don't want to give away a penalty or spill the balls. Califas almost, well, he has.
There it is.
Unbelievable. Sit back and buckle up. This final 2.5 minutes. So Vanuatu, no hurry to pack this scrum. There's a good hit there by Lola over the top. He's just absolutely swamped him.
I thought it was a strange option that he didn't go for the short restart, but has turned out well for him. And they do have to act in this set as if this is the last chance they'll get, because it might well be.
So heading into the final 2 minutes. Kalapukai from dummy half. We're set for a grandstand finish here on Bar TV. Phillip goes the short side through Wood, cuts him out. Coming back inside is Aratahaki, he's still going. He's wrapped up there by Farkas and Ivan over the top. So they come this short side again, they keep going to Wood. Back in field to Mara. Here's Henderson. Just lost a bit of shape there in that play. Minute 30 to go. Here's Luai. Luai does the big dummy. Flanagan there to wrap him up with the help from Paul Ivan. So they're set deep here to the left. They go through the hands, it's a dodgy bounce. Oh, Mara now gets another dodgy pass. So flicking out the back, here's Kalatonga. And he's wrapped up. And that could be Vanuatu's last chance. Last tackle. Good defence from Hungary. They moved up quick. Cut out the playmakers. So we're into the final minute.
Well, it all comes back to that very poor pass from dummy half. Put way too much pressure on both Mara and Kautonga, and they really couldn't do much with it after that.
So Daniel Ivan will take his time. This will be the slowest set of 6 of the match. It's Farkas. Trying to get a one-on-one strip there was Wood. Flanagan at dummy half. Probably the most experienced player on the park.
Oh!
Well, the ball's come loose. It's gone back and we've got 6 to go, says the referee. So the final 20 seconds. David Farkas, slow to his feet. Flanagan. And just wrap this underneath the stomach. Pinch another 5 or so metres. So this should be the last play of the match. Jared Farkas at dummy half. He kicks a wobbly kick. It's gone backwards. Hasn't found touch, but eventually it does. Crazy finish to wrap up day 2 of the Emerging Nations World Championships. But Hungary have defeated Vanuatu 18-13. James, who is your player of the match out there?
Oh, geez, there's a lot of great options to select from there, but I'd probably have to go with Jared Farkas. I thought he directed the traffic really well, found a couple of good options, and he was quite inspirational in just organising the team, and in the end he steered them home.
Well, that ends our coverage here on Bar TV Sports of the Emerging Nations World Championships. I hope you enjoyed the coverage. We'll catch you in a couple of days' time on Sunday. Still yet to confirm the venue. It should be Cabramatta, but we've had a lot of rain here in Sydney the last 24 hours, and apparently there's more to come. So the venue could change. So just check the Rugby League International Federation page or Bar TV Sports for details. But we'll be streaming live from 10:45 on Sunday. So tune in. Paul Arundel and James Preston signing off. We'll catch you then.